Hello, Internet. I am aware that I am not in my usual setting, and yeah, I actually have my friend Z filming, uh, and I'm at school because finals week. But today we're going to be discussing the two 21 Pilots albums that mean the most to me, Vessel and Clancy. And we're going to be discussing the similarities and differences between the two albums. I hope no one interrupts me because my headmaster is slowly walking ominously. Don't worry about it. It's for a thing. So before this album released, like clockwork, Tyler would say the following.
Has this always been a part of what this storyline was? Did you know this at the very beginning? When we go back to the days of, of Trench, when we go back to the days of those albums, how cool does it feel to know that that was where it started?
Yeah, I mean,
we're kind of at now.
The story we've been telling, definitely the main bullet points has been that way for over a decade.
Okay, a decade. That's concerning. That's a very concerning turn of phrase. What does he mean by this? Well, actually, this was said on purpose. So part one, we're going to look at the trackless comparison between Vessel and between Clancy. That is not the button I wanted to press. So let's compare the tracks and the themes and messages of each song. So Ode to Sleep is the album opener. There's tempo changes. It's talking about fighting against the darkness, talking to someone else, and hints of overconfidence. Overcompensate is also the album opener, has tempo changes talking about fighting against an evil power, talking to someone, and bunches of overconfidence. Holding on to you, reaching out to someone in the biggest time of need, rethinking a major life decision, and embracing the challenges of life. Next semester is actually having someone reach out to the singer in the biggest time of need, rethinking a major life decision, and embracing the challenges of life. Migraine, great disliking for the current situation and accepting that there is a problem. Backslide, great disliking for current situation and accepting that there's a problem. House of Gold, reaching out to a loved one, looking towards the future. And if the future doesn't work out, there's still a chance for growth. Midwest Indigo, reaching out to the loved one, rushed, not looking forward to the future, longing for the past, and impatient. Car Radio, silence invites troubling thoughts, disliking for current situation, embracing those challenges, looking for an escape. And for Routines in the night invites troubling thoughts, disliking for current situation, accepting those challenges, and looking for an escape. Semi-automatic, I can't put that whole word because I might get red flagged with my school district. Something influences an altered personality. Vignette, something influences an altered personality. Screen, transparency and vulnerability, doubt and insecurity, accepting the faults in oneself. The Craving, transparency and vulnerability, doubt and insecurity, and accepting the faults in oneself. Run and Go, the weird one of the album. Lavish, the weird one of the album. That's a stretch, I understand, but still. Fake You Out, longing for someone to help, stuck in a bad place. Navigating, longing for someone to help, stuck in a bad place. Again, gongs for hands. If I wrote the actual word, I would get swatted. Now, these really, I forgot to highlight these, but these really don't have any, similarities. Guns for Hands is addressing the person who wrote Snapback, essentially. Finally, Trees, at least live, is the reflection of a section of time. There's still doubt, but there's a welcoming nature to help. Oldie Station, a reflection of section of time. There's still hard times, but there's an encouraging voice helping the singer. Truce is the album closer. Mistakes are made, but hoping that the singer isn't alone. Paladin Straight, mistakes are made, hoping the singer isn't alone. Now, I know these two kind of don't match, but At the Risk of Feeling Dumb is like the best example for an entire synopsis of the two albums. Reaching out to the person who essentially wrote Vessel. Let's be real. The person who wrote At the Risk of Feeling Dumb is reaching out to the person who wrote Vessel. Okay, now we have to ask, where did we start? Well, obviously, I started the video like 10 minutes ago, but where did we start within the story? So the narrative origins, of course, we got the Blurryface, Chinch, Dema, all the nerdy stuff, but where did it start? April 21st, 2018, a link was discovered. Of course, the DMA org link. Where was it discovered? Where on the 21 Pilots merch page? Vessel. It was discovered on the Vessel merch page. What did Clancy ask at the beginning of the Clancy era? How did you find dmaorg.info? The answer to that, Vessel. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Alright, so my theory is that Vessel is the overture. What is an overture? According to Merriam-Webster, an overture is something introductory, the orchestral introduction to a musical dramatic work. Guys, Vessel is the overture. There's similar thematic and sonic themes presented in Vessel that translate into the entire narrative. For example, Migraine has the lyric Island of Violence. And it was established, that motif, that theme, that setting was established before we saw the Island of Voltsoy, which translated from like Norwegian, you get Island of Violence. Isn't that a neat little thing? Okay, so with that, Vessel set up the 3-act structure of the Dema narrative. Well, it's not showing, but it showed like a 3-act structure of call to action, gaining strength, going on the journey, having the conflict and the climax, and then the resolution, and the falling action. So this is where everything gets a little crazy, and I become like this guy. You can see the resemblance. My theory is that Clancy heard Vessel. Vessel exists within the universe of the Dema and Trench, and Clancy heard it. My original theory is that he wrote Vessel, but that kind of went out the window. So Clancy heard Vessel. Vessel sets up, like I said, the 3-act structure of the narrative. Now, the biggest point of this entire thing, Dema will never go away. The biggest metaphor for the Dema storyline is that Dema is representative of the bad mental health of oneself. That doesn't go away. It only gets diminished, and it only gets quiet, but it never goes completely silent. Now let's use the song Truce, the closing song in the album of Vessel, as an example. Now the night is coming to an end. The sun will rise and we will try again. Stay alive for me. You will die, now your life is free. Take pride in what is sure to die. That last line heavily relates to the themes of the song Neon Gravestones, of valuing life, valuing old age. Like I said, connects to the message Neon Gravestones. Old age is valuable. That means that you didn't succumb to the darkness, but you continued through and you lived a full and fulfilling life. Now, the album cover is the key. Old age is the goal. That's the goal. These are Tyler and Josh's respective grandfathers. They lived a long and fulfilling life and passed away not too long after this album cover, but that means that they lived a long and fulfilling life. Old age is the goal, especially within Dema. So an old age scene in Dema is rare, but it's inspiring. So that's why I believe that Clancy saw the album. Also, Red Tape was included on this. It wasn't included on Regional at Best or self-titled. This was the first album that it was included. That means it's a part of the story. Conclusion. This is all a stretch, but it was fun to make. I had a lot of fun thinking of this video and trying to figure out how to present this at my school and not get banned or swatted or anything like that. Thank you so much, Zaina, for filming. You're literally the best friend I've ever had, and you're so sweet. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for listening to my crazy rant. I'm sorry I'm a little stuffy. That may prohibit the cover I'm making, but I can figure it out later. That is it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.